Hi, welcome back to Service K9 UK. Started off North East Midlands this morning at 4 o'clock. Quite a bit of snow on the ground. Side roads passable, just about. Main roads, motorways, okay. I'm now heading towards Telford on the M54, and as you can see, it's got a little bit worse. Just had a message come up on my screen. Check radar, driver support systems not available. In other words, the radar at the front and the just above the bumper, I'm assuming, is covered in snow and can no longer read what's ahead. Looking at the in-cab camera screen, you're not going to be getting a lot of this. It's looks like the snow's covering the bottom half of the windscreen, but believe me when I tell you, it's a bit of a whiteout. It's not ice road truckers yet in Canada, but for the UK, will very soon become a problem. We're just not equipped. When I left home to go to my place of work, as I say, we've known about this weather. It's Friday today. We were hearing about it last weekend, and yet many of the, so say, B roads, not so much side roads, but B roads, certainly were covered in snow and didn't look like they'd been gritted or salted. And it does make you wonder, because we only needed, I don't know, a couple of centimetres more and I wouldn't have been able to get to work. However, when I got to work, the main roads, as I say, were clear, and we just don't seem to be able to cope. I don't know whether it's cost. It probably is cost, actually. We don't have enough bad weather to justify spending a lot of money like the usual suspects of Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Norway, Sweden, Canada, etc, 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 who have it all the time. But when we do have it, it just makes the whole country come to a standstill. I mean, I'm clearing up a little bit on the what in the UK is the left side of the road, which is the main part of the motorway. So anyone who knows the M54 heading towards Telford and Wales, it's just 2 lanes either side. The overtaking lane, the faster side, that's now developing definite what should we say? You can actually see where the snow's mounting up in the middle of the road. I'm just having a look. Just about see it, I would imagine. But anyway, it's for those that like it, it's certainly nice. Those that work in it, not so good. So I've got to find a little place, not in between Telford and Shrewsbury. I've got head office to phone ahead and ask them what the chances of getting an articulated lorry there are. I've had a look on Google Maps and it makes me wonder whether I'm going to be able to get there. However, trucker's motto, I'll give it a go, see if I can get there. So I'm going to try that. And another problem is people that aren't used to driving in snow panic. 3 cars in front of me. They've backed up. There's no need to back up, but they've backed up now and they're just driving along. Now I'm going to have to overtake just to maintain a decent speed. I mean, it's not dangerous or anything, leaving all the safety braking distances, but for some reason people just panic in cars. They just, I don't know, they cause more problems trying to drive safely than if they were just driving to the conditions. And the conditions at the moment, it's always just like heavy rain. It's eased off a bit, the snow floors have eased off a bit, so it's just like it's as if it's heavy rain. And for some reason these guys are struggling to do 50 miles an hour, which means I now have to go on the overtaking lane. I'm restricted to 56, so I'm now holding up faster vehicles behind me because these guys for some reason are panicking, and yet they quite happily drive along at 80-90 miles an hour when it's dry without a care in the world. I don't know, you have to think about it, drivers. Think about what it is you're doing, what it is you're trying to do, when, where. I mean, how many people have seen idiots? Everybody. And you think, why on earth have you A, done that, B, doing that, C, wanted to do it? But hey ho, as I said before in other vlogs, there's no counting for people, there honestly isn't. But I'm assuming when we get out into the countryside it'll look absolutely gorgeous. I'd say at the moment old money 2-3 inches, new money 4, 5, 6 centimetres. Not on the roads, but certainly on the fields and on the sides. And in the run up to Christmas, it's well, I know my children were hoping for it to snow. They hope to get a day off from school, but I don't know what it's like back home. But certainly this morning it was, I think I left home at 3:30 and it was pretty bleak. I haven't been contacted by my wife, so chances are the weather's improved. But hey ho. Okay, so I'm about 15 minutes away, and if this improves now, I've got a good chance of making it. I've had the weather report on, and they've said it's going to be snow showers, so if I can get in and out after a shower and before the next one, it's certainly going to help me. I've never been here before. It's a new customer. We've taken on a new contract. Excuse me. We've taken on a new contract, and we're going to a lot of smaller places that I believe were delivered to on a smaller vehicle. But we'll get to know them, that's for sure. So for the time being, it's just got about another 6 miles on motorway traffic. Oh, here we go. What have we got here? Is that okay? That's a bit of a queue for traffic leaving the motorway. Okay, well, we're not leaving the motorway, so we're all right. We can carry on. Yeah, I've got about 6 miles left on the motorway, so it all looks good. It's the bit once I leave the motorway is going to be my biggest concern. But like I say, it's no good worrying about it until you have to worry about it. So I'm going to switch off now because this is just, say, it boring motorway driving. And I'll switch it back on later. We'll have a look at how we're doing once we get off onto the B roads. And it is B roads, and it is in the country. So, well, no, it's not big bad country. It's B roads, and a place I've never been before. So I'm a little bit hesitant. Now here we are, just before I switch off. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, certainly 4 vehicles on the motorway, and I'm now down to 30 miles an hour. I have no idea why. Just one particular person at the front of this queue on the left isn't happy driving in snow, but it's causing more problems than if they just drove as if it was normal, because it's not slippy, it's just wet. I wouldn't be driving like this if it was in any way hazardous. As soon as I see it becoming hazardous, then I will drive accordingly. But this guy or lady in this orangey Toyota obviously is not used to driving in these conditions, and it is a lady, an older lady, so she's obviously panicking, which is causing a bit more of a problem than it needs to, as if she just drove normally. Now if I pull behind this silver car, I'll have to come back out again, so I'm going to stay out because they're driving slowly. I'm not driving recklessly. I was pulled over. There's a queue of lorries behind me, so we're all doing the same thing. Anyway, just think about it when you're driving. If it's dangerous, drive accordingly. But don't just drive as if there is a problem when there isn't one, because then that becomes hazardous to vehicles using the road with you. Just a thought, drivers of the world, think about what you're doing, not necessarily how it affects you, but how it affects everybody else who's sharing that road with you. They might not be as competent as you, and they might not be, just checking, and they might not be as young as you. Just bearing in mind. Right, as I said, so I'm going to switch off now, and then I'll switch back on in a couple more miles. We'll see how we get on. See you later. Okay, so we're on the B roads now. Not good. It's slippy, but passable. And it's about 5 minutes away. But unfortunately, because they're all B roads and I've never been around here before, I've got to be looking for low bridges, etc. I think we've got one here. Let's have a look. Yeah, my sat nav saying turn right. What height we got? No way. No way. I have no idea now. No idea. Okay. Now I've got a problem. Something that we do suffer from in the UK, because we've had transport for a very, very long time over here with the steam railways and that. A lot of our bridges, certainly in the countryside, are very low, which is fine, but when you come to deliver products in an articulated truck, it becomes as you've just seen, quite a effort to deliver something easy. Now if I'd been here before, I would know about that bridge and I would have worked out another route. Because I haven't, and it is in the countryside, there was another way, but it was a lot further, so I'm assuming that was the way I should have taken. I may got to find somewhere to stop and think about this, and obviously I can't just turn around. I've got to find a place where I can turn around. It doesn't help with the conditions. Okay, let's try and work this out. As a truck driver or professional driver, you do tend to develop a sixth sense, and mine's usually pretty good. And when I was on the motorway talking to you last time, I must admit I was having alarm bells. Now there's a road turning right here. I think this could be okay. I've got a business park sign. Let's go for it. There's no warning signs of bridges. Oh. Alright pal, is the business park this side of the bridge?
Action Industrial?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally around this corner, mate, halfway up the straight on the left.
Lovely, thank you. Just asked a fellow driver. Hopefully this is the place we want. So it hasn't turned out too bad. This isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it. So I'm gonna have to go back on the way I come and go the long way round. There's too many low bridges for comfort. So while I'm here, I should just take stock. Catch you later. Okay, this is an update. The way I went, there was another low bridge the other side. So I've retraced my steps and I've asked different people. Some people have heard of it, some people haven't. I came across this van driver in front of me and he said he'd take me. He's not quite sure of the company where I'm going, but this is my last effort. I can't find it. I don't think I will be finding it today. Giving it a good go. going for over an hour, and it's one of these places that's in the countryside that you can't get to because of all the low bridges. And now the snow's getting so bad, it's getting hard to actually drive now. Again, I've come up to the guy driving in front of me. He says there's one last place that he can think of. It's opposite a pub. I can't actually see the state of the road because I've got snow up the window, but it is certainly almost a whiteout. I can see about 50 foot in front of me. Very narrow roads. Lorry coming up now, I'm going to try and squeeze past. Skidding. Great day at the office. Last in just. Okay, so I think we're coming into it now. Got the window open. Give it a bit more. More perspective on where you actually are. Here things a bit more of a 3D imprint where I'm going. Right, finally found it after a lot of help from that van driver. So now I'm heading back. I've had a break, I've had to wait for the snow shower to pass, and it's dropped another load of snow on the road, which is a bit annoying because it was thawing on the main roads. But I'll give you a little insight as to what the roads are like at the moment as we stand. Let me give you 5-10 minutes or so. So I'm leaving the little unit where I delivered one pallet. Seemed an awful lot of effort for one pallet, but there you go, it's part of the job. Hopefully you can see how narrow the roads are. I'm just that's the warning on that radar again, because the ice hasn't fallen off the front. Just straddling the middle line, so that's how narrow it is. I can just about fit in, but there was only one way into that place. Immediately to the left of where I've just turned right, about 100 yards up that road, is a low bridge, 13 foot. Well, my trailer is 14'6", so I ain't never going to fit under that. So this isn't the only way in. And what annoys me is I actually turned round in that first little bit of an industrial park earlier on, and it's about 15 minutes away, maybe not that, 10 minutes if that. It's actually, I was on the right track. Remember me talking about driver's instincts? Well, I was right, but then my rational brain took over and said, no, it can't be down here because of the low bridge. Well, it's literally 100 yards this side of the bridge, so it would have been fine. But that's one of those that once you've been, you know. So yeah, over an hour extra driving in near whiteout conditions, and I was 5 minutes, 10 minutes away when I turned round. Well, never mind. So these are the conditions. They've improved for my journey on to get here. Now I stopped at this building on the left, wondering whether it was here, because I was starting to get a bit twitchy about that low bridge, and he said he'd never heard of it, which doesn't help when it's only a quarter of a kilometre up the road. But there you go, not everybody does know everywhere. So this is a bit of an awkward railway bridge to go over. You have to go in the middle of the road. Now it's fine from this angle, I get a bit of a chance at it, but when I came the opposite direction, as you see when we go round, it's a bit of a hill, and the road was covered in snow, and I was slipping and sliding a bit, because obviously I couldn't go up this little slope here that was going down now. I couldn't go up there fast because of the conditions. I couldn't see ahead of me very far, I couldn't see any traffic coming over the bridge, and yeah, it was a bit say hairy, but I did wonder whether I was going to get up, because I was skidding, I'd lost traction, but I did it. Yay for me. It's okay, we've got a lorry coming, he's got to slow down, I've got to slow down, but the conditions are much improved, much improved. You can even see a little bit of tarmac where the snow's melted. But if I'd attempted to leave half an hour ago from now, which is, time is 20 to 12, if I'd have left at, I don't know, 25 past 11, I would have been struggling, because it really was a bit of a whiteout, big thick snowflakes. But hey, this is the UK, we always panic when we see a bit of snow. So now I'm on to my next job, which once I get out of here is all motorway and A roads, which should be clear, but I can guarantee you now traffic will be a problem. It's coming up to Friday lunchtime, which means normal Friday panic peak time traffic, but with this snow I wouldn't be surprised if people start closing down and leaving early, which, if you're living in different countries where you have lots of snow like Canada, North America and the mountains, etc., you'll be laughing at this. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, we're just not prepared. Just this couple of inches, if we don't get anything gritted or salted down, then we just struggle. We don't have snow chains and things like that. Studs, we're not allowed to use tyre studs, so it's just a nightmare. So where this AA van is on the right, the yellow van, That's where I turned around initially and went back along this road. That's how near I was. Ah! So local knowledge does help. I called it up on Google Maps at the time, and the map was overlaying the bridge. Now I couldn't see from the map. I went on satellite view and I couldn't see how far along from where that yellow van was, how far along, whether it was before the bridge or after the bridge. And having had a couple of bad experiences trying to get this far with low bridges in this area, I erred on the side of caution, very much so, and I needn't have done. But now that's locked away in the memory banks. If I ever get this, or any of my colleagues get this delivery, in fact I'm going to write a note to hand in with paperwork explaining the issue of getting here in a truck. Again, just to reiterate, those that have seen my blog before know that when I'm driving I do tend to stop talking a little while. It's because I'm concentrating and checking on other bits of traffic, and as I do, I tend to stop talking to make sure that what I'm doing is 100% concentration. So yeah, this is the better part of the road. This is a bit bigger B road, but as you can see, it's started snowing again, so it won't take long for this snow to fill back up, because we don't tend to clear our side roads very much. Occasionally we'll have a gritter come out, but as you can see now, well, you probably can't actually, on the road the snow is settling on the old snow, the damp snow. So the sooner I'm out of here the better. But it's an absolute gorgeous, if you're not driving and you're a bit of a Christmas, I won't say freak, that's not fair, aficionado, you enjoy your Christmases like I do, it brings back memories of skiing in Germany when I was a kid. I lived with a family and had a holiday in a little village in the Harz Mountains, and it was one of those magical Christmas holidays that you'll always remember throughout your childhood. And it's this sort of thing, it takes you, I mean, I've got loads of work coming up, both at work and at home. I'm starting to put some new kitchen units in and do some plumbing, and we're having a new floor laid, and that's in the run up to Christmas, so it's going to be hectic. It's, what is it now, it's the 8th of December, yeah, the 8th of December 2017, and I could really do without it, because I'm up at 2 in the morning, got to get to bed early. It's Friday tonight, so I won't be working tomorrow, which means I can do some work on the house. So I'm not getting much rest. But once I get out on the motorway and the major roads, relax a little. But it is beautiful. Unfortunately, from the angle of this in-cab camera, you can't see much of the fields. But it is, it's lovely. It's just a shame you have to work in it. So I'll give you another few more minutes of this, and then I'll say that is notifications coming through on my phone. I have one of these pet monitors, just to keep an eye on the dogs. Now my mother-in-law, if there's no one at home, she will look after the dogs, but that beeping you hear is just the monitor being triggered as they walk past the sensor, and then I can view it on my phone, talk to them. Obviously not while I'm driving, but that's what that beeping is. So I'll say a few more moments in this, and I'll say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, or it's been interesting, or again showing you the not so glamorous day in the life of a truck driver. So the 44 ton Volvo FH 500, the tag axle, pulling a reefer or a fridge. Excuse me. Then yeah, please subscribe for more. You never know what I'm going to capture and show you, because I don't. To my right there's a little hill. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's covered in cloud and snow. It could be anywhere in the world of snowy hills and mountains, from the Russian steppes to the Rockies to the foothills of, assuming, the Himalayas. It's not. It's just outside Telford and Shrewsbury in the UK. And if you can see the one directly ahead. The one directly ahead isn't shrouded in cloud, but the one to my right, which you can't see, which is a little bit taller, is. And from the looks of it, as I look out the right window, it's a whiteout up there as well. And we're getting the fringes of it now. So yeah, I'm nattering on again, which I tend to do, as you know. Thanks for watching Service K9 UK. Please subscribe for more. And as the my little tagline saying goes, catch you later. See you soon. So I'm now going to be joining the motorways. This is an A road, I think. It looks like it. And then about 300 yards to my right is the entrance to the motorway. And it's coming down again a little bit more. I'm about half an hour away from my next drop, and then that's it, home time. So let's see what the state of the motorways are. This is the entry slip road. It's the M45 from Telford, Shropshire, heading out towards Birmingham in the M6. I will be getting off just before that very famous motorway junction we have in the UK called Spaghetti Junction. So I think I'm getting off actually, just trying to think, one or two before that. I'm heading southbound when I finally get there, but this is the M54. It's only a short, it's not a major motorway, but I won't say minor, because people who like these sort of things might not like me saying it, but it's not one of the major. It's more of a stub motorway. It's not very long. So now I'm heading towards the M6. I have to put my windscreen wipers on full now, and as I said, catch you later.